What do you get when you gobble down treats, eating as much as an elephant eats? I don't need to do. Breakfast of Champions. You know what they are. Frank, what's up, man? What is up? What's up, man? Trying to get all these SB1s off of their little sticks. Paul, what's up? Nasty Nate, what's up? Speaking of campers, I got some unhappy campers from last night from the bait drop. There was a few people that got cart jacked. I've had that happen a couple times before, but last night it happened. Hellabass, Chris on here, he got cart jacked. But it was weird because Chris sent me a message and said that when he tried to place his order, it said that he got a notification that said Tackle Craft does not ship to this location, which is really, really, really weird. I've never heard or seen that before, but I guess that's some sort of glitch with when you get cart jacked. And I have had that happen before, and it's frustrating. But like I said, I don't. It's out of my control. I had it happen to me. I had it happen to me on a Ira seed drop. He was doing the Pluto X, and I wanted one of them. And he's like, "Oh, I'm putting these up at 7:00 or whatever." And I got on there. It was on Etsy, and I was like refreshing the page, and I was there like early, and I would just refresh and refresh and refresh and wait for the baits to pop up. Lo and behold, I waited like 15 minutes and like baits never showed up. And then I was like, well, maybe he like overslept, or maybe he forgot or something. And I got on like Facebook or something, and somebody commented on Woodbait Nation. They were like, did Ira's baits ever drop? He said, yeah, I got some. But there were some people that they didn't even show up for. Like they put them up, people bought them, and then they didn't even show back up. And that was what happened to me. Like I just sat there like an idiot for like 15, 20 minutes, refreshing my cart or refreshing the page, trying to get it to show up, and it never would. So it sucks. Got cart jacked on a KGB drop. Sounds fun. But it's funny because some guys just act like it's you just go in there and shop and get what you want and grab a few things, and all's well. I don't know. Odd. Had that happen to too. Refresh and never seen them. Yeah. You talking about with the Iris stuff on Etsy? I don't know. I don't know how many people got carjacked. I know 2 for certain uh, last night. But the other thing I thought was odd was that I got 2 orders from 2 names that aren't part of the tackle camp. How would they have known? How would they have known? There is a leak. There is a leak. There's a rat. There's a rat brain. Brendan, I got to get rid of that. I don't know what that is. That was set up by Wix, and I just like enabled it, but the point system is not right. So please don't use that because I think it would be totally abusive to whatever you would be using your points towards, because I think it's way off. I need to figure out how to get rid of that. I enabled it before I like did the math on it, and I was like, I don't think that makes sense. Brendan, honestly, if you've got 1,500 points, I think you could probably buy like anything you wanted on the website for free. I mean, I think it's that far off. Chris, you say that, but I had 2 orders last night from non-campers. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? Who slipped that out? Let me see. Let me see who these people are. Know that guy. Know that guy. Know that guy. Know that guy. Don't know that guy. Know that guy. Know that guy. Don't know this person. I know everybody except 2. Not campers and being sneaky, not nice, says Burns. Damn, it's cold in here. You have a mole. I do have a mole. I do have a mole. Let's see where I can unmole this quick. I can get to the bottom of this. Okay. Already about there. I've already about cracked the case. No, this is easy. This is easy. This is an easy one. Bay Minette, Alabama. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Okay. At least one of the mole sets should be sold. Put your detective cap on. I've already solved that case. They're all from the same state. But I saw a comment earlier. What's the Breakfast of Champions? Zaps. Cajun crawl taters. I actually had a roast beef sandwich instead. Eric redeemed his points when he stated the Bassin bed and breakfast. Nate, you want a bag of chips? I'll send you a bag of. I can send you a teeny bag to try, so it wouldn't take up so much room. Like sending you a giant bag that would probably get crushed. I can send you a little like individual wrapped bag of Cajun crawl taters. I will say that since the company has been sold a few years ago, what are those chips? The greatest chip ever invented. I will say that when I was a kid, the Cajun when Zapp's was still made in Louisiana, like it was a Louisiana owned company. Though the Cajun crawl taters would light your ass up, dude. They were hot, like very. It was like eating like bull crawfish. They were hot. But now, whoever owns the company, I think they've made an effort to cut seasoning down so they're not as flavorful as they used to. Like they used to, like you'd pull one of those chips out, and they used to look like a damn Dorito, like they were red. But now they look like a chip with a little bit of like kind of crawfish dust on them. But they're not really that hot anymore, Brendan. They used to be. The one this bag of chips I was eating today is they're not as hot as I'd like them to be. But yeah, they're good. They're real good. But they've got another flavor that's been real popular lately. It's called the Voodoo. Those are good, but all their chips are good, dude. Like they've got a Cajun dill that's incredible. I was never a huge fan of the sour cream and onion. The Voodoo pretzels are probably one of the best products they have. What do we got on here? Los Angeles, California. But I'm gonna have to send the names of the moles to Burns and see if he knows them. Say, Burns, do you know these people? He'll say, oh yeah, those are old customers of mine. Voodoo does make good lures. You talking about the Voodoo shrimp? VUDO? Or is it VUDU? Voodoo? Oh, see, I'm not losing my mind then, Kyle. That's what I was saying is I feel like the new ones don't have as much seasoning. Like they're weak. Like the old Zaps would light your ass up. Like your eyes would be watering, your nose would be running. These new ones, they're just kind of like touched. Maybe there's like a market for original, like 20-year-old Zaps from the original factory. I have to start browsing eBay for vintage Cajun crawl taters. Eric, are you going to the Classic? Eating as much as an elephant eats. What's up, AJ? What's new in the great state of Nebraska? Chip flippers. It probably is, dude. I'll tell you another thing I was looking up in the food world that I'd talked about was when I was a kid. My favorite thing to drink was after Ghostbusters came out. High C made a little drink box called Ecto Cooler, and it was a Ghostbuster themed High C drink. Well, I really wanted to try one like 30 years later, so I got on eBay, and dude, you could buy like old stock Ecto Coolers from the 80s for like $50 or something. I was like, dude, I'm not paying $50 for a 30-year-old High C that's probably rancid. Uh, but I think I went down this wormhole trying to find Ecto Coolers, and I think when they did that re-release, I think High C re-released Ecto Cooler, and then I was reading on some nerd forum, and they were like, "Oh, if you want Ecto Cooler, it's the same flavor as the citrus something juicy juice or some like High C flavor that they had just like renamed and called it like that's what they called the Ecto Cooler back in the day. But then after that, like ran its course, they just renamed it something else, and you could still buy it, and it was it. Like I tasted it, and it tasted like it flashed me back to like 1988. Come on, Eric. How does work keep getting in the way? You're the boss, dude. You're the boss man. I'm leaving at 3 in the morning, going to try and find a place to park. Yeah, everybody keeps talking about the parking. How bad that's going to be. Oh, but speaking of the title of this video, you can tell a lot of bass fishermen don't get dressed up very often at all. Like they've had the same suit for the last 30 years. They lose 50 pounds, same suit. They gain 50 pounds, same suit. Like I don't know that a lot of these guys have gotten fitted for a suit ever. Which is like it's like when you're in middle school and you have some sort of something to get dressed up for, like homecoming or something. You have to wear a dress. I mean, a suit, and you just like because you're growing so much, you just wear like your dad's hand me down suit that doesn't fit him anymore because he's got the dad bod, and you can tell it's too big, but like you just wear it anyway because it's just one day. Had to run to Cabela's this morning because in my mind there was only one spinnerbait that the fish would eat this weekend. And which one would that be? Which one did you buy? Got 2 offers to sell me an SB1. So somebody would be willing to part with one or sell you both. Just a single. What a little market. What a little swap shop we got going here. Where's Paul? AJ, you need some Ozark flash spinner base for Lake of the Ozark this time of year. Is that a War Eagle color? UT has class that day. Yuck. Offered Bob to trade one of his ferals for one of my SP1s. That way we both get to fish on the recent game. Doesn't seem too bad. Which one would you be willing to part with? Craw or shed? Oh. All right. Got all those out. Now I can. It's an old Jerry McCutcheon spinnerbait. Chompers used to make it. Trophy Bass Company makes them now. Let me look this up. Trophy Bass Company. Trophy Bass Company spinnerbait. Let's see what the Google shows. From Tackle HD? That one? Oh. Get out of here. I don't want cookies, you losers. Let me turn this light off. What is going on? Is this the spinnerbait? It's a nice looking blade. Tackle HD's running around buying people up. Trophy Bass, Warrior, Pro Strike, Tackle HD. Their little umbrella is growing. Nice looking spinnerbait. That's a whole story. Paul, I'd like to hear it. JP, what's up, dude? Kyle, I don't have a timer. Funny you say that. I was telling the bean, she was laying in her bed, all the lights were off, and I had my phone sitting on her bed, and I was telling her a story, and she likes me to tell her. So she's got these little dolls, or they're not dolls, they're just like stuffed animals that she sits on her bed, and she calls it her babies. And she said she wants me to tell her a story every night and use the stuffed animals as characters, but as if they were in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and she's in it. So I always start the story with once upon a time there was this little baby named Nessa, and she went to the chocolate store and she bought a chocolate bar, and she took it to her friend Bean, and the Bean opened the candy bar up, and you know what was inside, and she go, what? Golden ticket. She went, and she get all excited. Anyway, so when I was telling her a story, I was like, all right, you have to wait a second. And she's like, why? I said, we're gonna list these baits for sale at 8 o'clock. And she's like, okay. So I had the thing, and we sit there and watch the timer. I was like, all right, when it hits 8, we're gonna hit this button. And she's like, okay. So when it hit 8, I said, watch, let's see if we sell some. And we hit 8, and then it went ding, 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 and like the thing about it is, like, as soon as the first order comes in, it never shows it immediately. Like, it usually takes like 5-10 minutes for everything to catch up. So it's not like I get to see like everything that's going on in the first little wave of orders, which sucks. But Anthony, what's up, dude? Once my brain starts working on some inspections, some blueprints. You'll see my blueprint on my home screen. That's an old drawing, very old. That's what I used to do when I was hunting in Kansas. I would just sit around and draw. Bob, what's the new eBay auction you've won recently? Eric, Knoxville is about 7.5 hours. Yeah, I would certainly go. I just can't find a place to stay. I keep looking for a place to stay. Yeah, that deal may be over now, but Tackle HD was making them for Trophy Bass Company. Huh. Talked to a guy that went to the last one they had. Their cost him $80 to park. Yeah, that's dumb. I heard a lot of people are parking outside of town and then just getting an Uber to the convention center, which it sounds like a royal pain in the ass. Iras and H&Ts. Only problem I ever found with those H&Ts is the old stock. The epoxy would crack, and you would get a big. I guess it would shrink and crack, and you'd see lots of cracking in some baits. Most of my H&Ts have cracked. But I was trying to line up a. Another guest for a Patreon, a tackle camp, and the Brendan, it was only an issue with the Dominican made ones in like the early '90s that had the stainless steel cap on the back. Those would Eric, somebody told me that I needed to look in like Maryville, Maryville, and it's like 20 minutes outside of Knoxville, and there was like cheaper places to stay there. The old Bagleys didn't crack, like the old brass ones, and even the models after that were still made in Winter Haven, those didn't crack. What do you get when you guzzle down treats, eating as much as an elephant eats? Oh, but I was trying to get another guest for the tackle camp stream, and I didn't realize how many people don't like to talk in this type of atmosphere. It's a little harder than I thought when you tell people, "Hey, you want to do a live stream?" They're like, "You mean talk like video live?" I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know about that. Come on, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't like the look of it. Oompa, oompa, doopa dee doo. If you are wise, I don't know. I don't know, John. Eric keeps blowing me off. Eric's got too much shit to do. Brendan, you notice that? There's like you wouldn't suspect it, especially like grown men. Like usually at some point, like I feel like I reached that, like you reach that don't give a shit age, to where like you're just like, you know who you are and you know how to talk and you know what you're about, and like, I think once you get in your 30s you kind of know that. And I guess if you don't do it, it's understandable. um the 29th. Yeah, that's a Wednesday. I should be able to. We don't usually do anything in the middle of the week. I actually thought that was last night. I like looked it up and I was like, damn, am I supposed to go on with Brendan today? It's a week off? What's Stefan putting out? Did you all decide that Marty redoing a lip would be too complicated for a show? I think Marty can show parts, but it wouldn't be the whole process, because he said I think there was Stinky involved. That there was heat and there was stink and there was going outside and doing things. So I think he said he could do it in parts. Tiki doesn't like Matt Steffen because he made a video about a Sally. Was it? Did he do a video about an actual snagless Sally or like one of the imposters? That dude doesn't know jack shit about a Sally, dude. Give me a break. Raise your hand if you came to one of everybody's hometown for 3 days and didn't even see him. What does that even mean? Oh, he actually throws the Hildebrand? one, dude. It's the only one. Which Hildebrandt is funny because they're kind of Hildebrandt's kind of the Sally is kind of like the original chatterbait, to where it catches the shit out of fish and you throw it because they bite it so good, but you have to deal with whatever shitty hook they decide to put in their Sally that week. Like, I don't know that Hildebrandt has ever, and that's what's so stupid, is like their blades are so incredibly good, but their hooks they put on the Sallies are the worst things ever. And I don't know that they've ever put a good hook in a Sally, ever. What is a Sally? That is a Sally. That is a snagless Sally. Archaic. Archaic. What's up, Tim? And they work anywhere, dude. Like, especially grass places. I'd like to take one, AJ. I'd like to take one to Pigstone with you and Hella, and see if I could get some pull downs on a Sally up in your neck of the woods. I'm sure I could. There's videos of Steve Kennedy throwing one at either Rayburn or Toledo Bend, like way back in the day when he was fishing FLW. I think it was FLW. Get your damn arm broke, probably. I need to do a shirt in remembrance of my favorite person, Mean Gene. It says, "Get your damn arm broke." That was his. That was his saying. Get your damn arm broke. Throw it up there by that clump of weeds out red. I like that. Get your damn arm broke. About a 5-pounder. Brown bait is the Luther Vandross of the live bass world. Luther Vandross is a nice, interesting choice of people. That would go. Get your damn arm broke would go nice with the. Get the damn net. It's funny when I see people wearing that shirt. I saw a guy or a picture of a tournament trail up the road, and there was a dude in the background, and you could read it like clear as day. Get the damn net. How about that? How about that? A Mean Gene shirt. A Mean Gene shirt would be great. I don't know how I'd do it though. I don't know how I could do a. Mean Gene was the shit, dude. You know what was cool thing about Mean Gene? He painted his jig eyes and his spinnerbait eyes, specifically his jigs, like crankbaits. Also crankbaits. Like his jig eyes look just like let me find one. I'm gonna have to. I need to do these eyes. There you go. You put those eyes on there. Gene was a pretty good eye dotter. I'll give him that. Get the damn net sun hoodie. Um. Oh no, Mean Gene Watley. The man that kind of got me. I would give Gene credit to getting me into this stuff. He got me into the bait tinkering because he built stuff. He had a local bait company that was real popular for a while. Mean Gene Lures. That was it. Mean Gene Lure Company. Weedless bass jig. Happy Fishing. Manufactured by Gene Watley, Mean Gene Lure Company. It's even got his phone number on there. What do you think will come of that? Bob, if you have a Mean Gene lure from Alberta, Alabama, you have got way too much. Like that, there is no way, dude. Because literally, they sold his stuff at the Worm Shack in Tuscaloosa, and everything past that was like so rural in Alabama. I don't know how on planet Earth you would ever get something like that. Like you having that would be more rare than any swim bait out there or anything that people would like want to get. Like I would say it would be easier for you to get 10 KGBs tomorrow than it would be to get a damn Mean Gene jig. That would be pretty wild. Pretty damn wild. But yeah, Gene used to build spinner baits and buzz baits and that kind of stuff. I'd go over there and bug him and make me build me weird stuff. Made a great jig. I have caught 10 million fish on them. I used to be all up pitched. We got a little Epic Erican training over here with Bob. I'm sure Eric will cut you a deal, Bob, and you can get there a little faster. was about to say, if you want to get there, I'll tell you a quick route. Eric will get you there a lot faster than you thought. The worst thing I ever did as far as like collecting was that I always had these ideas that I was going to buy all this shit and just repaint it and sell it. And instead of actually repainting the stuff, it just sat in a box. So I'd go through phases where I'd be like, oh, I want to repaint and do a run of, DD22s, and I'd buy them, and then they'd just sit and never get painted. But I tell myself one day I'll get to those. But it was actually a pretty good investment, because if you look on eBay, and if I were to try and buy that stuff again, not nearly as cheap as what I was paying for it back then. Like I would consider like that kind of stuff, like back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, like a Norman DD22 or a Norman Deep Little N, I would consider that like the Cole baseball cards. You know what I mean? Like they were just, or not the Cole, but the commons. Like they made so many, and so many people had them, that you could buy a DD22 for $2 or whatever, and you could just get them cheap. Dude, people want so much for their damn like used shit now. It's insane. Gone are those days. I know. I gotta get up and see. I gotta get up and see Eric's Bass Lab before he dismantles it, because then I'll be really, upset. I want to see it. I want to see it in its entirety. I don't want to see the watered down version. What do you get when you gobble down treats? Gave lots of stuff to high school fishing teams. They really appreciated it. That was a nice gesture, Darius. You didn't give them any good shit, did you? Is there anything you gave away that you're like, damn, I probably should have kept that? Or was it all your like seismic plastics from 2001? Your seismic toads? I feel like you can dig through anybody's shit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got some old soft plastics over there," and you dig through it, and they've always got seismic toads. Oh, Scott got cart jack too. Did it say your address was invalid, Scott? That I wouldn't accept your address? I saw one of two and two of two normal colors come on the yellow to each. Nice base. Bob, certainly not. Not even close. And if you want the honest truth, his baby pig is not, I don't think, the exact specs of the actual baby pig. It's not identical. Like you're not buying a baby pig. I think there are closer baby pigs out there. OG Wiggleworth's pan is damn, dude. That's weird, Scott. That's the first time I've ever heard of anybody having that happen. Bob, I wouldn't go that far to the second part. We'll just leave it at that. Dude, I bet everybody that got cart jacked thought I was like had them like fucking banned or something. Like, damn you, TK, why'd you ban my address, you prick? I didn't do it. I didn't ban anybody. Everybody just wanted the SBs. Bob, you'll be so disappointed in the little Speedy. Before that, Bob. Is The Quiet Killer by Pete G better? Eric can speak on Pete's Quiet Killer. Who's asking for foil? Wow, my nose is running. Glusick. Pete Glusick. He didn't make them though. He just my nose is itching. Eric, what was that dude's name that built them? Orange juice. Oh, Brennan, that's not even a question, dude. Without, pulp is the most disgusting shit on the planet. Bob Allen, that's him. Scott knew. Forgot Scott was here. Bob Allen built the Pete's Quiet Killer. I'd like to look at Pete's Quiet Killer collection to see how many he's got stashed away. You know, I kind of in a strange way, I enjoy foiling baits. The problem is I enjoy foiling about 2. Darius gave away a lot of Bagley baits. Depends on which ones. There are some that I would have probably not betted an eye at, but there's others that I would have probably been like, Darius, are you nuts? Darius, have you lost your mind, bro? What is this? Getting notifications all over the place over here. Brennan, let's get on eBay, bro. They're dirt cheap over there. It's still the best deal in balsa. Like, they don't last, but like a balsa B3 on eBay, they never go for that much. And then one day, you haven't found any on eBay. I'll look. If I see a good one, I'll send it to you. Burns, that ain't happening. That certainly ain't happening. The Burnsies stay home. Bagleys are a dime a dozen. The Burnsies stay with Daddy. The Little Speedy. I wish some of those old timers are still around to figure out like how such an ugly bait came to fruition. You know what I mean? Like, where did the profile come from? How did that bait come to life? Eating as much as an elephant eats. I wanted to tease the youngin' a little bit. Dirty Burns. What do you think will come? Tim Maynard, what's up? What is this? I didn't know I had one of those. I gave Baxter some baits for his show. Eric knows he was on there one time. He said he was going to send Eric some of them. I don't think those must have got lost in the mail. Burns. No, nothing is leaving the Burns Museum. That is for certain. That is for certain. Felt bad. Burns said, "Did you ever paint that bait I sent you last night?" And he named it, and I was like, "I don't think so." I missed this one. Clint Bolin put up a pic and a few got like 5 messages to buy. It was almost like Jerry didn't have a pattern for that bait. They're not the same shape at all. Yeah, it's an oddity. It is certainly an oddity. And from what I understand, they were all different, varying ranges of everything, shapes, weights, everything. It's an odd thing. Burn, of course I did. Uh, it's either right here or it's over there on my table. Oh, not there. Oops. Oops. Oh, there it is. That one? I know where all is Burns. I have a Burns section. Probably get a rare BB3 or WC at a TK before a personal Burns. Correct. Riding around servicing ACs sounds like you're making money, Tim. That sounds like a good plan. Third overall, that was a good derb. Sounds like it was a toughie. I don't know what it is. It's like it's funny because you get like shitty conditions. You fish a tournament, you're like, man, these conditions suck. It's windy, it's cold, it's this, it's that. Fish don't bite. And then you get like beautiful conditions and it's like slick calm, and you're like, damn, it's too slick. It needs to be more windy. Fish still don't bite. Like it's so rare you get those days where it's just like normal and the fish just eat. Darius, I don't know if that bait's going to get painted. I think I'm just going to stick eyes on it and call it good. I might ghost it with a little bone, but I like the rat rod look on it. Fish were 8 to 10. Good range. Not too deep. Can reach it with a plug. Later, Brendan. Have fun. Wear a dust mask so you don't get allergies. $34 degrees in the morning. Wow. The best day of fishing is when I can finally get out, but the wife sets a deadline. The fish bite the best a half hour before. Funny you say that, Anthony. So me and my buddy Keith and his son Huntley, we went out one day down here, and my wife's aunt and uncle were in town from Pennsylvania, and she was like, Yeah, go fishing. Y'all have fun. I said, okay. So we might come down there and eat a little dinner. Y'all can maybe meet us or something. I said, okay, whatever. Dude, we got down there and we dicked around that day. And that afternoon, it was like 4 o'clock, 4:30 or something. The tide finally got up like over the grass good, and we started just like smoking their ass, dude. Like big ones too. We had some like 4 pounders that day, and they were biting everything. Like it didn't matter what you catch them on a Sally, you could catch them on a swimming a worm, you could catch them like literally anything you wanted to throw. They were just eating. And I wasn't in my boat. And this is like the cardinal sin. And Amy calls me at like 5:15 or 5:30 or something. She said, they're hungry and they want to eat. We're coming down to the causeway. Come meet us. I was like, when? She's like, we're almost there. Mm, hold on. I got the phone. I told Keith, I was like, can you take me to the boat ramp? And he's like, do what? I said, can you take me to the boat ramp? He's like, dude, these fish are chewing. I was like, yeah, no. He's like, oh no. He's like, you can't get in the boat. The fish start biting it, and then get taken to the ramp. I was like, listen, dude, aunt and uncle are in town from Pennsylvania. They're coming down here. They want to get some food on the causeway. I need to meet them on the damn causeway. Like, he's like, God bless. I can't believe it. So I still catch shit for that day. Like anytime I go with him now, he's like, you're not gonna have to go home after an hour, are you? I was like, no. But I would almost rather not go than go with stipulations. You know what I mean? Like I like a completely free day where it's like dark to dark, no disturbances, no like going out there for like 4 hours or 3 hours really just like makes me mad. Frank, that's the way to do it, dude. It's the way to do it. Oh, you're going fishing? What time are you going to be back? I don't know. Midnight? We were on the water Saturday and Sunday, but I could have swore I saw you guys in Nutbush. That's the worst question. It really is. How long are you going to be out there? Indefinitely? I can't answer that. I do not know the answer to that question. How long are you going to be at Target? Yeah, oh shit. How long are you going to be on Amazon? Kate's number one question: when will you be back? And then everybody's blood starts boiling and your face turn red and you get quiet. You start getting short. Tim Maynard, did y'all catch any fish? Where's Brennan when you need him? This would be a good look into the future for a young buck. Won't happen to me, he says. That's funny. Nutbush is still pumping out fish because Nutbush was always on the Bassmasters back in the day when they went to Bugs Island. Like that's all they ever talked about. Nutbush. Brendan, if you rewatch, take notes. When you gonna be back? Poche? Is he fishing in is he up in a ditch somewhere, or is he like fishing in normal people water? If it's a Sunday, when will you be back, Frank? Definitely in time for work on Monday. Okay, fair enough. I will definitely be back for your birthday. My birthday's May 8th. Okay, good. I'll be back for that, for certain. Then he's got to book it over to fish the Classic tomorrow. That would be awesome if Poche won back-to-back tournaments. He won the Classic and he won this. Nutbush is by far the biggest creek arm on Kerr. It's almost its own lake. In certain times of the year, it's where you want to be, but not most of the time. Poche ran up the river to the next dam. Must not be a big river. Or he has a saddle in his boat. Wonder who's going to be the sucker that buys his boat. Or if he's going to, like, if he's got a deal with Gator Tracks, I would assume that they would want to give him like new boats. But I wonder if that boat, because it's like a custom built boat, if he's going to keep it for years and he's just going to run that same Gator Tracks boats forever. Or not forever, but if it's like a 5-year boat or something. That'll be interesting to see. AJ, I believe they do. And I believe they're damn near 100 grand. They look awesome, though. They certainly look awesome. Paul, man, he's going to Beaver. Got a guide. I've never been on a guided bass trip. I think that would be fun. I've been on plenty of guided saltwater trips, but those are kind of lame, which like offshore kind of stuff is, because it's just like, here's a pole, drop it down, like, and then like count to 20 and then reel in a fish. Like, it's fun, but like, I don't know. You're always on the clock. But I think bass fishing, it would be interesting to see like somebody that does that every day. Unless they're a dick, I guess. Tim, you're that close to Kerr? All right, Tim, let me ask you this. Never mind, I won't ask you that. I won't ask you that. I'll save that for another day. Tuna fishing is fun. But I feel like you really like on a big boat like that. Like if you're on like a sports fisherman, like sports fisher boat, uh, I don't feel like you ever meet the captain. You meet the captain when you get on the boat, and then you never see him again. Is like you get to know the deckhands, but uh, you really never get to meet the the brains of the operation. Occasionally, they'll come down and speak to the plebes on the boat. Basically, tell you what you're going to do and then go hide again. Beaver's tough, isn't it? My brother said it was on our route, so we decided to stay there. Got plenty of Clearwater killers. Uh, to this day, I still wish I booked a guided trip with Jose Wahibe, arguably the best personality in the fishing industry we'll ever see. Anthony, I would agree. Jose was like a legit like dude, super nice. I met him in '99 in New Orleans, and the dude was just like super humble, friendly. Like the thing about it, the thing that made Jose such a good guy was that I was probably 12, 13. I don't remember how old I was. I was maybe 13. But when I met him, he like looked me in the eyes and he treated me like I wasn't a fucking stupid kid. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those guys will be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" But like he looked at me and treated me like I was an adult or like a peer of his. He was like when you spoke to him, he listened. He was just a legit dude. Like you can't say enough good stuff about Jose. He was like a really really decent human from what I gathered. Like I didn't know him personally. Like I said, I was a kid, but in meeting him, he made an impact on me because he was like he actually seemed like he genuinely cared. You know what I mean? To take like for that little like 5 minute window, he was interested in what you were doing in your interaction. Um, and I can't say the same for many others, but Jose was legit. And he made me want to watch saltwater shit. I didn't even like saltwater shit. But the Spanish Fly and all his boats were sexy as hell, dude. And I don't even like center consoles, but Jose had me buying Yozuri shit, throwing it for bass. Like I had those Yozuri jerk baits that I would bass fish with just because of Jose. I used to wear a Yozuri hat all the time when I was in middle school. I had a Yozuri hat that he gave me at the Classic, and I used to wear that son of a bitch everywhere. Uh, Still got it. Spanish Fly with Jose Wahipe. I really don't like that herring got introduced to all these lakes because it completely changed them. Um, what's his dick? Orlando Wilson always had a sexy ass Ranger too. He always had those all white Rangers. Dumping Pennzoil in everything. Him and Bill Nance. Dude, even Bill Nance and Orlando Wilson couldn't get me to dump Pennzoil in my shit. I just always thought it was cheap oil. It might be great oil, but Bill couldn't even sell me on the yellow jug. I'm sure they sold a lot of oil though. Yeah, I used to throw that Yozuri jerkbait from the late '90s that had it had like a piece of holographic foil tape down the side. I forget what they called it, but it's a good bait. It was a really good bait. All right, where am I at? I need more sticks. What do you think will come? Hold on, I gotta go to the kitchen. I'll be right back. All right. You better back on top. No. I got some comments rolling in. Always the crystal minnow. That's it, JP. The crystal minnow. Has anybody ever thrown one of those things in the last 20 years? Never thrown the knuckle. Crystal minnow. What is the knuckle? Yozuri made a bait called the knuckle. Let me look it up. I probably have one. Yozuri knuckle. Are you talking about that dumbass spinnerbait? That had the disco ball on the end of it. Crystal minnow would do a number on schooling fish. Hey, we got another advocate for the crystal minnow. Good deal. I'm not the only one. John D, did you buy one because of Jose Wahebe and the Spanish fly? The spinner bait. I don't know what the deal with the knuckle spinnerbait was. That thing was that was a tough sell. Which I'm guessing is, but are they really surprised at that? Like, are there people sitting over at Yozuri going, "Damn, I can't believe this knuckle spinnerbait didn't sell." I can't believe it made it to market, honestly. Like, even if it was that good, how did that even make it to production? I think the knuckleball tarnished Yozuri's reputation. Yeah. Yeah, I think what that did, actually, you have a good point there. I think that might have put them in some people's eyes, maybe mine a little bit. I think that slid them into lunker hunt category, into lunker hunt land. and I don't think that's a good thing. Oh, AJ, you are 100% right. DRT will make it, and they'll sell it for $35, and they'll sell 100,000 of them tomorrow. The coal this. Culprit. Didn't think about that. Culprit is also a play on coal. Throw a bunch of Yozuri. It's a poor man's JDM. I will say. I give it to Yozuri. Back in the day, their packaging always looked like ass. Like for JDM stuff, it looked real shitty. They had those white boxes, and they just never. They always looked kind of lame. I was never impressed with Yozuri's packaging. Thought they could have done better on that. Tim, you throw the disco ball, the knuckleball. The OG one was better than the ones they have now in the crystal minnow department. I don't know where my crystal minnows are. I need to dig them out. Check Insta. All right, one second. Let me get this. Let me get this bait on. I'll give it a look. I'll check the gram. Caught a 9-pounder on a 2-inch pin minnow, 4-pound ultralight. Let's see this. 9 text messages. And he's sending me TikTok videos. Damn, dude, I got lit up. Who's it from? John? Did you tag me in something? There's a message. I don't see it. Nice. Any drama in the TK world? No, not really. Not really. Drama? Nah. I'm drama free. I take the knuckleballs and turn them into bladed jigs. I got a good hook on it, and I'll skip like a mile. That ball does something on the front of a jig head. Caught a 36-inch muskie on a shaky head with 10-pound leader. It's a pretty good sized muskie. Live target. I think AJ will tell you that their frog's good, but I'm not a fan of anything live target. When they came straight out of the gate with the damn cheesy ass bait ball, I think that put them into the novelty category. Big fan of the live target HFC. I know people used to like their. I think they made a crawfish crankbait. You know, people used to be fond of it. I'm just not fond. I'm just not. The frog is awesome. Coppers. The HFC was their attempt at an OG wart, and they did a good job. Sounds like. See, if they would have just made it not live targety, it would have probably sold good. I just think I'd rather throw a like if that's the best frog on the market, the live target, I would probably choose a lesser frog for the sake of a different brand and not looking so stupid. That's just dumb me. Take the ball off and cut most of the wire down, and then just make a loop of the wire and put a chatterbait bone on it. Oh, that's really weird. You are a tinkerer, Tim. Tim, when would one pick up a disco ball chatterbait over a regular chatterbait? Do you have a set of conditions you would look for and be like, ooh, today's the day for the disco piece? The disco hammer. The finish was not nearly as nice. Sales sucked. Had to cut costs. Sean, we were talking about his butt earlier. Have you seen the Gator Tracks 20 footers or the 21 footers, the big boys? That have that are like 100 grand? I'd throw that bait on a Friday night full moon. Okay. There we go. How many of these I got? 30, 40. Okay. I would buy another aluminum boat. Oh, they had. I don't know where they are. I bought some frogs not too long ago. They had them at Bass Pro Shops for 3 for $10. I've got a whole collection of what we got here. Swamp Donkey, Teckle, Pad Crasher, Popping, Bobby's Perfect, Running Bobby's Perfect, Tweety, more Tweety, another Running Frog, It's not even half of it. I do like the as ugly as they are, the Bobby's Perfect and the Ish Frog were really, really good frogs. You like those narrow nose frogs. Live target is a tubby. Oh, it's got a big flat. I bet it's like a. Is it like a bullywop? I don't even know where my frogs are. I have a frog. I have like a box full of frogs. Oh. I'll have to find those because it's getting time. Anybody ever throw this guy? Only reason I bought this because it's fucking huge. Like Swamp Donkey Zoom. I mean, that thing is quite the package. I will probably I'll probably get rid of this little butt dangler. This little flame coming out of its ass. Probably get rid of that. I don't think that adds a whole lot. Hated the bully ball. Got it because Tactical Bass and said it was awesome. The only reason I bought a bully ball, I bought it probably when they first came out, like 15 years ago. I bought it because they had the big one. Heard a lot of bad reviews on the Zoom Frog. What were the cons of this, Nate? What were the cons of the Zoom Frog? The plastic looks a little glossy and a little shitty, but that's to be expected. I like black. Do I like eating them, Sean? Yes, I love them. You got to boil this one. This thing feels like this one's like super squishy. What did Bo say? I just got a resin frog that's amazing. It's like 10 inches and it looks damn real. That's a lot of frog. Spro and live target. I don't know. I mean, to me, the weight's going to come out. I can go ahead and tell you that. To me, I mean, it's got the same bite as most any other frog. It seems like it does the same thing. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. It could probably use a bigger hook, so I would say that. But I don't look at this and think that the hookup ratio would be shitty compared to other stuff. I would probably, if this has got I don't know what size hook this is. I don't know if you can get a frog hook. If you can get a frog hook, what the biggest size frog hook there is. but it needs a bigger one. But the hook points do stick up, which isn't a terrible thing. So when this collapses, you're getting hooks rather than them turning down. Um, that's the internet for you, dude. When the Vega first came out, everybody's like, "Dude, this frog is so badass," and I think it's just all these little Sixth Sense cult members that like have not even fished the damn thing and just cover the internet. They just blanket the internet with reviews of something that they haven't used or that they don't have even credentials to review. Um, so once the first push was out there of that frog, like it sounded good because everybody's like, "Oh, this thing's legit." And then like years later, every like the I guess the like legit dudes are like, "Oh, that thing sucks." Um, haven't tried the Toad Thumper yet. I don't. I don't really need to. I don't feel like. Um, uh, I like that one. This one. What's wrong with that one? The hooks suck. You got to upgrade the hooks. But it's a pretty nice little frog. It'll catch them. The Vega doesn't pop the water like a Spro. I hated the Vega. AJ, I picked up a few dozen. Uh, so I was thinking, Tyler, you could have caught him on a frog down here back in February or January or December. I don't think it ever got cold enough that you couldn't catch him on a frog. The Gavacho. I think I've got one of those. It's a nice looking frog. I haven't tried it out yet. I used to throw the Iobi. It was a pretty good frog, but it tore too easy for my taste. AJ, if you want mine, I'll send them to you. Which ones? Nate, you don't like the Pad Crasher? The Pad Crashers aren't bad. I like the Pad Crashers. They got a shitty hook in them, but I got a lot of other hooks. So Evergreen makes a good frog called the Kicker. The Obi didn't work good for me. It tore too easy. Got a frog problem. Tyler, do you dust your frog box with talcum powder? I mean, y'all are kind of making me panic because I don't know where any of my frogs are. Like I have this little shitty box over here, but that's not like my frogs. Uh, here? No. I don't know what I've done with them. Right here. Here. Huh. I'm gonna have to do a. The Vegas hook is 2 sizes too small. That doesn't sound. Yeah, I just there wasn't a lot I liked about the Aobi. It was. I don't really. I'm not a fan. I haven't tried any of these Japanese hooks that like this Gavacho. I mean, it looks cool in concept because it's got the like. It looks like it's got a really good hook in it. I don't know what kind of hook this is, but it looks badass. The hook is also coated with fluorine and gives it a smooth surface allowing it to penetrate the bass's mouth. So it's got like a nano coating on the hook, but it's got the little grooves cut out for the hook to lay in. I like that. Yeah, like I said, I like this in concept. We'll see. Does Tyler, since you fish for or since you shop for frog hooks, does Gamakatsu make like a 6/0 frog hook now, or something really big that I could put in this frog? I don't know what size this hook is. Pretty large though. Ow, dick. I mean, it's a whoa. This could be a problem. I mean, that's a pretty giant hook. I don't think it's a 4. I think it's a 5. I don't know if they make a frog hook big enough for this thing. Maybe that's the problem. Is they didn't build the frog around the hook, which I think is the number one key issue that you see in shitty frogs designs, is that the frog needs to be built around the hook, not an afterthought. Bob, you're really right, and it's interesting. That's a Zoom frog, Dustin. You're talking about if they're shitty or not. Nate said he's heard bad things about them. I don't know. Never thrown one. But I like the magnitude of it. Yeah, the Gavacho hooks look badass. I like them. That would make me probably throw the Gavacho. Well, if you want to know what color frog to throw, this one may work. but I don't think it's made anymore. How's the hookup on the King Daddy? I always kept trying to locate one of those after they discontinued them. I think they make them again. Am I wrong? Right? Maybe? Correct, Tyler. Sparrow. That's not even my favorite color. Yeah, that's a Bobby's Perfect. King Daddy gets them. AJ, you like the King Daddy too? Nate, I might. But like I said, that's not my personal favorite. I don't know where my other stash is. Because most of that stuff I see, like I remember seeing, I don't remember seeing the rest of my Bobby's Perfect stash. Oh, you want to try the King Daddy? Uh, hmm. Oh, they're up on the wall. Silly me. They're still in the package. I thought they were loose. They're right there. King Daddy Popper. That moved some water. Ooh, what did I do? I gotta put this little jewel back up. This one needs a trim though. There's the Kang. Probably shouldn't show this. It's the only one you need, bros. That's the only one you need. Get your damn arm ripped off. Color matters on a frog, yes, as long as it's black or white. Or dark. Or a real dark green pumpkin with red flake in it. With black and red tails. Yeah, Bob, I don't understand it. I did the same thing. Like, I threw Spros forever, and they were great frogs. And for whatever reason, I just like started looking for other frogs. Like, Spro couldn't keep me as a customer. I wasn't like a lifer Spro guy. And I don't know why that is, but I didn't have any reason to get away from them. I just got tired of them. It's like, I just want to throw something different. But other things, like, it doesn't bother me. Like a sweet beef, I don't want another sweet. Like, I'm a reaction dude for life. I just want to throw a sweet beef. But with the bronze eye, I just kind of got tired of it. I don't know. I don't know why. There was no reason to. Caught the shit out of fish. Hooked fish good. Every color you can imagine. I don't know. I I don't know what it is. Maybe maybe it was when they just started like putting out every color imaginable. Oh wow, that looks really nice, Burns. That's a very nice profile. It'd look good with spinners on it. Looks like a little kidney. Dustin, sub 2 minutes, I guess. A minute faster than the rat brain. It was enough that people got cart jacked. Yeah, that was. I used to throw some pretty weird. I used to throw that. I used to throw that. I've gone through phases, and I've never caught them better or worse on any of them, but not enough to stick me with it. But I used to throw that rainforest color a ton. They used to have this solid yellow one that I used to throw a bunch. I threw this one a ton. The swamp donkey. And then I couldn't really tell a difference, so I just kind of changed. It wasn't exotic enough. Yeah, I don't know. It was. I don't know. It was just they just got lame. I throw the smaller popper glow in the dark color. Painting 1.5s. I'm about to go do that right now. Maybe Jeremy might have got cart jack too. Painting 1.5s, they're going to be boring. They're going to be splatterbacks. They're for a gentleman or two. Amy, I don't think so. It doesn't look like that's going to be in the cards. Ish Monroe going to be passed. I can just look along the line. Y'all gonna have Amy come to the shop and do a live auction and her just pull shit off the wall and be like, "You want a top water? Okay, let me see what's over here. Let me see what's over here." All right, we'll start the bidding at this OG Factory Vixen. And I guess we'll throw in this Burns Dreamwalker Bone Fade. That'd be a good 2-pack. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening, Sean. And if you're feeling real froggy, 3-hook spook converted bone glitter juice with fancy nano coated hooks. That would be a pretty saucy 3-pack. TK, go to the classic. I will pay for it. Comes back, and my Uncle Josh and cork board has been raped and pillaged. Yeah, she's gonna come in here and be like, all right, guys, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want this stuff, or do you want the stuff over here that's like sentimental? Yeah, all that's left is one dried up. I've got one actually. No, they still got juice in them. This is all she's going to leave me with. One dried up, broke dick, shitty jar of a number 210 Uncle Josh Spintail with glass in the bottom and a rusty top. Wonderful. Go for the boxes under the table. No, it doesn't stink anymore. All right, I gotta go paint baits. Leave my split rings in the carpet. Yeah, I'll probably have a few crumbs left on the floor. I'll probably be left with this shitty thing. I'll probably get left with a hunchback. What else would I get left with? That's probably about it. My DOS will be gone. Everything will be gone. If you need more liquid for pork, mix up salt and water. John, I thought there was one more ingredient. I saw it somewhere. I read it somewhere. And somebody was like in the know, and they're like, this is what Uncle Josh pork juice is. And they put out the formula. And I had it saved somewhere. I just don't remember where I saved it from. But I can't remember what it was. But it was something else. There was 3 ingredients. And it was salt, and it was water, and it was something else, I thought. Meat tenderizer? Was that the magic ingredient in the juice, AJ? I really can't remember. And I thought it was really, really stupid that Uncle Josh never sold just the juice. I know they wanted your shit to dry out and you to buy more pork, but I thought it would probably be a good idea to like sell the juice. Meat tenderizer. Maybe that's what it was. John, they did, but I don't know that it's hitting on shit. And the colors are bad to me. Like the one that's the most popular down here has always been that's not a good example. The best one down here has always been the green spotted one. It's like white with green spots all over it. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is or what it looks like, but these are on sale for $2.25. But their green ones aren't even the same. Like the colors have bled, and it just looks like a green pork frog. Dustin, what do you think that is? It's so ugly. Switch it out for the gulp juice. That would probably work. I've heard xylitol gum keeps the pork soft and conditioned. Anthony, is that true? Or are you blowing smoke up my ass? I don't even know. Can humans buy xylitol gum? Xylitol gum. Let me look this up before I venture out into the world. Xylitol gum. Powdered form. Amazon. Xylitol chewing gum? Powdered? Xylitol powder? It's like a workout supplement? Pure granulated xylitol. The perfect substitute for sugar? The sweetness of sugar without all the calories. What? Nah, dude. Travis, I'm about to dip. I gotta go paint some plugs. Which are not gonna take me forever, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. But you gentlemen be good. We will talk to y'all later. If I make some sort of emergency trip to the classic. Oh, Travis, what did you get in the mail today? A little spooky. I was wondering when those were going to show up. I have some pork myself. Bob. I have some pork myself. Later, campers. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all later. Berkeley, do you have the meat? That shit? No, that was Uncle Josh. I thought Berkeley made the meat. These are the Hank special. All right, y'all be good. Good talking to everybody. See y'all.